There was a time where I played games like a normal person. I've been a gamer for years, and I've played a wide range of games, from Star Fox 64, Zelda Ocarina of Time, the GTA franchise, the Call of Duty franchise, and I would unassumingly dip in and out of them like I was keeping my options open for the one. And then just like that, Fortnite happened. Experiencing Fortnite for the first time was exhilarating, but as I'm sure you're aware, that was years ago and now it's just a memory. And trying to articulate that, the exact feeling at the exact time, would be a monumental task. But of course I'm self-aware enough to know as a human I'm cursed with a need to recapture it, even knowing full well that's not going to happen. Yet no other game but Fortnite has held me captive and captivated for so long. At some point, I stopped being just a gamer and became a Fortnite gamer, a Fortniter. It kept me locked in so hard, so much so I had no desire to explore other games for years, and honestly, my awful PC at the time probably wouldn't have allowed it anyway. But Fortnite changed something in me. It interrupted my brain chemistry in a way that no other game has. Has it done immeasurable damage? As a content creator who built so much around Fortnite, severing that connection feels almost impossible. The ball of yarn I picked up and the experience and the attachments I have woven in is so tightly knotted, it's so much harder to unravel than I ever would have expected. But recently, I have found myself drifting away from the warm embrace of Fortnite's affection. I find myself slowly beginning to hate this game, and I want to sever that connection so abruptly it would be like triggering a cataclysmic event, surely one where I wouldn't live to tell the tale. I've definitely been looking at Fortnite with very different eyes than the ones I used to see it through. I definitely think gaming is connected to your personal life. There's a level of entanglement there I'm still trying to process. Money's tight, job satisfaction is low, or non-existent. I used to use gaming as a way out. But now the list reads little money, zero job satisfaction, and Fortnite. So basically what I mean by the entanglement is that if your life isn't going too well and there's some stresses, no matter what you think gaming will bring you, eventually that will start to seep through. The thing that once brought you salvation now brings you misery and pain. But I don't think gaming itself is the issue. I've recently dived into different games like Atomfall, an alternate history game set in the far north of England. Funny how my first step into another game takes me somewhere relatively close to home and just a few decades in the past, the centre of my reality, not the centre of the Omniverse. While treading the pathways near the Lake District within the radioactive quarantine zone, I couldn't help but feel something stir. An hour in, I was already feeling pretty stupid for not having done this sooner. Okay, sure, my old computer was woefully inequipped, but still. Stepping away from Fortnite allowed dormant parts of my mind to spark to life. Areas that never had to engage when stuck in a loop. And by a loop I mean playing Fortnite over and over again, not the loop in Fortnite, which is a story mechanic that makes you forget everything you've done before. But for real, gaming mirrors life in this situation here. It robbed me of what it means to be a gamer, discovering new stories, falling head over heels for a character, and being surprised again. The curse of the main game. For the last few weeks I've played a variety of games, Inzoi, Schedule 1, GeoGuessr, of course Atomfall, and a few others. Reaffirming something for me. In the list of money's tight, job satisfaction is low, the problem isn't gaming, it's Fortnite. Gaming is a beautiful thing. It can help you connect, but it can also dangerously help you disconnect. And that can be both good and bad. Like to escape reality when a family member passes away. I use gaming, or at that point Fortnite and streaming, to take me out the real world and dive into the storyline of Fortnite, which at that point I was knee deep in, and it was my main content. But lately I haven't been able to use gaming in the same way. That is until I tried abruptly severing the connection to Fortnite. And honestly, things are better. I still have a relationship with Fortnite. It's creating my community, my circle of creators I know. I just can't leave it. I still play it, but now under some twisted form of familiarity like the one that has plagued and haunts my life. But Fortnite has crossed a boundary due to my ignorance. See, I'm not trying to claim Fortnite is the aggressor here. It's just a game, it can't aggress, unlike the media and political commentators would like to claim. I also have to remember that for the majority of the time playing and creating content about Fortnite, it has been a give and take relationship. It's been amicable, respectful. I want to go back to the point where gaming, personal life and happiness were entangled, something I'm still trying to process. It's like I want Fortnite to offer me the escape it once did, which feels very far off now. Fortnite is my safe space for gaming. Jumping into a new game can be daunting. Selecting character designs, dealing with difficulty, even selecting difficulty and finding my footing in this new world I'm entering. Then there's getting to grips with the UI, the mechanics, and so on. And of course, due to Fortnite consuming my entire gaming sphere, I'm currently very unfamiliar with playing new games. Regardless of genre, simulator, fantasy, survival, or action. So when your life is going through an unfamiliar stage, at least gaming can offer that. The term iPhone kid springs to mind. At least I've explored different gaming consoles and games, but I'm sure there's Fortnite kids knows who have never experienced anything else but Fortnite's Battle Royale, its metaverse, and of course its very watered down storytelling. It's actually pretty sad to think about it. I've enjoyed making Fortnite my main game and I shouldn't have regrets, but in hindsight I feel resentful that I was ever so consumed by it. People often talk about the next big game that will come along and knock Fortnite off its perch and grab its player base. But why is it reported like that? As if you have to immediately abandon Fortnite and never touch the game again, severing that connection so abruptly and not having an amicable way to engage with the game after you don't play it as often as you used to. Remember 2020, the Battle Royale saga when Warzone and Apex dropped onto the scene? It was almost like it was orchestrated, that the fans of each game became territorial, which is completely different from the gaming space I grew up with. It's unrecognisable at that point. I'm sure there's many people watching this video who have had a main game over the years, spent hours in the world it created, only to find that everything you loved starts to wane. And that's okay. Think of this as an opportunity, once again, to become a gamer and not locked by the shackles of your main game. Now, as I said, trying to put into words what I experienced when I first played Fortnite is maybe impossible, but what is possible is that there's 100% a new game out there that I can experience for the first time, and maybe, just maybe, it could give me the same feeling Fortnite once did. And for Fortnite's sake, I need to give Fortnite a chance to be a fond memory and not an unhappy one. To look back on it as a joyful experience, because if I continue how I have been, expecting so much from Fortnite, it will begin to muddy those waters. And at the moment, the waters are a bit choppy, but the longer I tread water, kicking and failing to stay afloat, the more the waves will crash and the chaos will inevitably consume me. I'm not sure if Fortnite will be the game I stop playing in 2025, but at least I want to be able to dip back in from time to time because I still have good moments playing this game. I don't think Fortnite matches the criteria for my main game anymore, but I hope no other game takes up that much precedence again. There's loads of really cool games I've missed out on, and guys, let me know in the comments which ones I've overlooked. I might just get around to playing them. I'd like to thank the members this month for your continued support. It's always appreciated, and you can join them for just as little as 99 pence a month. Please consider leaving a like and comment and subscribing if you made it this far. So Jamie, I'm talking to you, to me. Please play other games. Until next time, it's been your boy Mr. JLY. Until next time, bye bye.